I'll be calling you a radical. So, there in Obama, Japan, yeah, there's an Obama, Japan. It's all Obama, Japan now. Bush dumb, Obama dumber, Bush dumbest, or Trump dumbest. Status quo sliding with Biden, headed to Glasgow to tell the world that green energy is green. Nuclear energy is green. It's green. Up is down, black is white, wrong is right. Freaking United States is the only country in the world besides Tsar Putin, and they're forced to do it, so is this country, to be all-in nuclear energy imperialists when we're paying the price harder than anyone. Take one down, pass it around. So there's a What? There's an eruption in Japan? What? So let's talk about what I've named Del Mar Argentina syndrome. And I'm the first one that started talking China syndrome, Fukushima, because everybody was in denial that they were even oh, I'm Arnie Gundershoe. It's a hydrogen blast. I'm Dutch sense. It's a hoax. This salmon's good. Deadbeat dad on Balco on chemo. Freaking, I'm Helen Keldicott, Kevin, at the New York Medical Academy. Well, I'm full of AML leukemia at the Medical Academy. I thought she was a doctor. She took the... Don't mention the word F word. It scares my investors. Fukushima. I'm Chris Busby. The solution to... It'll pollute. It'll dilute. Pacific Ocean's big. That's what we call paid opposition, paid resistance, controlled opposition. Same with the Democratic Party is controlled opposition to the Republican Party. The Republican Party is controlled opposition to the Democrats. Same old team. Say it ain't so, Joe in West Virginia. Just remember, the great equalizer is Fukushima here in Obama, Japan. So the eruption happens, there's a volcano. So these cores have burrowed into the earth and into the ocean and into the mantle. That's unarguable. Kevin Blanch's hypothesis has been verified by Lake Barrett himself on 60 Minutes, which took them 3,112 days to tell you what Kevin Blanch told you in 1 hour. So, what's it spewing all over? What's it spewing? You think those cores are in there? Oh, kids, let's go back to, remember when you were a little kid in 4th, 5th grade and you got to do your science project and you built that volcano and you put some dry ice in it and it remember that, kiddies? Well, that isn't how volcanoes work. They just fool you. Volcanoes are from the core. Scientology on Balco. L. Ron Hubbard. Fucking, my science fiction books were so good, I started a religion. That's what the United States is. Science fiction economics become a religion. Republican Party's a religion. It's a sport. It's a football game. It's religion. How do you argue with that? Political dogma stuck in their brains. Can't get out. Red pill, blue pill. Obamacans versus Trumpettes when they're identical, pro-nuclear. So the world is making the decisions right now. Is nuclear energy green? Uranium tailings, uranium mines. How about the centrifuge process? No one talks about what's her name up at Oregon State? Yay, it's natural from the earth. That isn't what they use. They don't use uranium-238. They use uranium-235. How do you make uranium-235? They have to centrifuge it. They gas it with a hex gas in Paducah, Kentucky. Oh, in Atawakana. In Illinois, but they bailed them out. They love it. Freaking nuclear bailout goes in Ohio, back to jail. They still bail them out. I won't fuck your other sister. I mean, this country is so pathetically, for the ignorant have inherited the earth. So what's coming up out of these volcanoes? It's obviously in the mantle. These cores, 3,900 days. Oh, China syndrome is very real. Leslie Stahl, the Lake Barrett, on 60 Minutes, day 3,112. And they tag it, just how they title it, tag it. Robots. Well, they don't tag it. The greatest ecological catastrophe. She's like, where that? See those holes over there? It's burrowed into the earth. Been verified over and over and over and over. Full, blown out, multiple meltdowns. Finally, Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ja, sehr gut. Comes forward in Germany, and they actually use the term multiple meltdowns. Oh, you're in trouble. course, that's in Europe, not here in the U.S. They call it, they have all kinds of just diluted language. Worst accident since Chernobyl. Dysfunctional freaking freak show, uncognitive America. Crippled reactor at Fukushima. Crippled reactor. Okay, crippled. All right. All right. Crippled reactor. Wow. It's into the mantle. So we can go back to the peninsula in Russia. You can see Russia from Alaska. Here's the mummy said, I was smart, left. You believe Sarah Palin said that? You believe that, Katie Couric? I went to Jeffrey Epstein's for a party. He had little 14-year-old girls serving, and I was curious, but I didn't say nothing. I held ranks, and now I write a book. Mammy Chris Hedges. Naomi Klein, I could write a book, and I could switch over to Trumpism. What about telling the truth at the time when you see it, at the when you have the stage, when you have the platform? Strip the platform away from Kevin Blanch. Kevin Blanch did that. Let's see. There's a point where Russia and the United States are 4 miles apart. You can't see 4 miles? Okay. Sarah Palin is insane, by the way. All the politicians in this country, left, right, are freaking... So there's a congresswoman that's going after the Biden administration for the nuclear disaster in the Bikini Atolls, the Marshallese. But she still will not use the word Fukushima. So we've got a whole generation, we've got 10 years of political theater that every single... There's been one politician even mentioned the word Fukushima once, and that was Feinstein. She slipped. She didn't mean to, because, she's reprimanded and she's old and senile. She's 142. The Congress right now, the average age, I think, is 126. It's the oldest Congress. geezers at Caesars. We're still going to talk Trumpism, who's senile as they get. Going, gone. Then Biden, he's, 112. These elections, stole election. Yeah, at the primary level. Ask Bernie, the only anti-nuclear bird. He won't even use the word Fukushima, and he's supposedly an anti-nuclear. Okay. I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a cake? I'm a fisherman, what's a fucking boat? I'm an environmentalist, I have an NGO. Freaking... What's Fukushima, the mother of all ecological catastrophes in the history of mankind? You kettle me, I'll kettle you. Put my toothpaste back in the bottle. Already out. I was working with a mega data guy. He says, my estimates, Kevin, you've had upwards of 100 million views. I says, that's not YouTube. It don't matter. That's the game they played. They showed up to this freaking fight late. They showed up to a freaking gunfight with a knife. They showed up to a gunfight. I don't need a knife. I don't need a gun. I got the sweet science on my freaking side. Where is the core? It's in the mantle. So the Russia Peninsula, I told you you'd never hear back. They ruled out oil. They ruled out all the usual suspects. Greenpeace is there! Greenpeace told Kevin Blanch to my face, well, we sent out a newsletter and our investors, it doesn't make the top 10. Tail wagging dog. It's all fundraising. NGOs, the NFL's an NGO. The bank bailout stimulus package, everybody's sitting around biting their fingernails now, hoping that the feds don't come after them for blowing the stimulus package. Because they all got money. They all got, for the rich get richer. The Bezos on Balco. Freaking Gates on chemo. The elites, they got a pill. Then why pie on? Freaking 60 billion. Why didn't you take it? It's like I used the basketball metaphor. I thought winning mattered, but apparently not. And I proved it that it's not about winning. The NBA is not a sport. It's entertainment tonight. It's fixed. That's been proven in 2002. It's fixed. David Stern under indictment. Well, I can't argue that we wanted the Lakers to win. That's under federal indictment. Donahue, the referee that fixed the game in the Game 6 of the 2002 games, go Sacramento Kings, went to prison for it. Adam Slither. So the NBA comes out their top 75. Damian Lillard's on it because he's one of the great sellers of merch. Damian Lillard's number one. How come Kyrie Irving's on it if Damian Lillard's not on it? He's got an NBA title. Lillard got shit. Oh, he got a gold medal last year. Look at the end of the game. Damian Lillard missed 2 free throws at the end of the game to ice it. Damian Lillard hasn't missed 2 free throws since he was in 3rd grade. I did the play-by-play when he was at Weber State. Had by 20 points at halftime in the Big Sky Championship. Lost. In his head. They lost because Rudy Gobert from France couldn't make a free throw. Again, here we go. Jazz, isn't that how the whole COVID thing started here in Utah? Went crazy? When remember Rudy Gobert was making fun of it, walking around, touching the desk, touching the fans, whatever. Yeah, but you still love him. We're going to go, yay! I know Donovan Mitchell personally. What a big mouth punk he's turned out to be. You know, he don't know shit. You know, his bulletproof vest when Utah's the cop kill innocent people capital of the world. Black Lives Matter was started by the Million Mass March. That's unarguable. Who started the Million Mass March? The Million Mass March was started on the backs of the Post-Ignorance Project, by Kevin Blanch and John Anthony Fairhurst. That's who started it. We had 7 million people. See any media there? Remember, the 6th of November. Lessons unlearned, RT, Pravatas. So the Minister of Environment goes to the site. He gets all emotional. It's the greatest ecological catastrophe he'd ever seen on the peninsula in Russia. When the giant, first bootleg video that comes out of there, you can hear the first words out of his mouth. Fukushima. You don't need to speak Russian or Japanese. The international language, Fukushima. Oh, Elon Musk just made some girl a bunch of money because she put her little TikTok video out, and now it's an NTF, whatever. If you're selling digital freaking information, what is Kevin Blanch's videos worth? Whoa. As it happens. Obama, Japan, they're headed to Glasgow. Maybe they should take Donald 1 and Donald 2. Look up who Donald 1 and Donald 2. The Scottish Queen, Joanna Bonahart, one of the evilest queens that ever lived. Her 2 sons were named Donald 1, Donald. What? Donald Trump's lines go exactly there. The Masonics, Friday the 13th, Glasgow. The Mariner Eccles from Ogden, the Fed's named after him. Grew up in the slums of Glasgow. The Kedunskins, the Dark Land. Ooh. Why would they have it there? Because the Masonics and the Council of Foreign and the CIA were the 3 branches of government in the United States. CIA, NSA, CFR. I'm a Masonic. I split my own fucking rock. I was not born with these scars across my face. It took years defending Mother Earth in this violent, hate the earth place. The rest of the world's standing up. So the United States is getting in bed with France. Est-ce que vous parlez français? Oui. J'ai parlé français. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Sehr gut. 9999. Oui. One side of the river. Oui. 9999. Oui. 9999. France's World Land, a little nukie never hurt anyone, which was started here in Utah. News scale from hell. The only resistance they had was Kevin Blanch. Only one on earth that fought him in the inception. Tried to block the conception. Fraud. Obama dumber. Trump Dumbest, filmed in Ogden, Utah. Dumb and Dumber, the sequel. Status Quo, riding the nuclear freaking Fukushima cover-up with Biden. So into the mantle, she's arguing about the Marshallese going after Biden. Well, why did she go after Trump? Because they're the exact identical twins, and you got Operation Foxconn News run right out of the House of Windsor, imperialism versus imperialism, MSNBC. They're the same board of directors. Got to keep them separated. Imperialism. Why are all the imperialists pro-nukers? Little nukies, big nukies, in-between nukies, which are all fairy tale. Power. They're sick, addicted, power freaks, and we used to block that shit in the United States. Billionaires were illegal. Once you got to a certain level, the tax rate was 99. What's the definition of imperialism? Billionaires who pay no taxes. Now think about that. Imperialism America, what they did in Europe, they're doing here. Except this time they went too far. nuclear. That tadpoles all just wasting disease. Ooh, look, I found a star. I found a starfish. And there's people on the internet holding up a brittle star. Literally, which is an insect. I mean, this is how clueless. This is how gonzo people are. People are whacked. I mean, I'm out at Point Loma all the time. $25 to just walk in the freaking... It's just packed. People crawling all over those tadpoles, and they're like... And they're deader than dead. And the little kids are like, that's not what we saw on TV or on the internet. You know, my grandkids find some because they have grandpa. They have the greatest marine biologist of a whole generation with them. And we know where to go and how to find it. I mean, I know the best tadpoles in the world, when, where, and how. Oh, it matters. I talked to an old couple in Monterey. I said, come here. It's early in the morning. They're out. They says, yeah, we've been working the whole coast looking for starfish and looking at tide, but we can't find any. Come here. Look. Oh my God, thank you. Well, it takes years of experience to be able to do that. I never used the word extinction. I used genocide. Did they extinct the indigenous people in this country? No, just killed 99% of them. Genocide. Did they extinct, did Hitler extinct the Poles in Poland? Nope. He just killed a whole lot of them. I don't know how many. That's debatable, but he genocided them. You know. Did they extinct the carrier pigeon? Yeah. I like how everybody says, oh, we found an ivory-billed woodpecker. Okay. There's supposed to be a film out there, but I've watched the film. It's like the Zapruder film. But guess what? They did find a coelacanth in the high desert of Utah named Kevin Blanch. Oh yeah, I'm not extinct. The last of the Mohicans, a really true grassroots environmentalist who does the work. So this thing's spewing. What's in it? I'll tell you what's in it. FUKTONUIM. Just like the Three Couple Dutch said so. Oh, hit him with it. He's got 10 million views because he called Fukushima a hoax. Of course, his YouTube. So the truth against the imperialists, he's bowing to the imperialists. You know, the court jester. That's who he is. He's the court jester. So anybody that stands up to these, because they got the power. This isn't going to happen. Could happen. Might happen. Happened! Mission accomplished! Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. The media's all over. Call them pals of God. When how many people were killed in Iraq? Innocent people? Just a couple million, that's all. You know, a little white phosphorus and depleted uranium from a nuclear reactor. How come you're not talking about that, Congresswoman? How come you're not going after the depleted uranium sprayed all over your own troops, including Beau Biden? Kamala Harris, where are you at? Your mother, the epidemiologist at Livermore. Cancer research PhD dies of cancer. We can go on and on. Mike Lee, my dad's a downwinder. Why are you pro-nuclear? I don't know, man. It's amazing. Give me dogma or give me death. It's incredible. What is spewing out of this volcano? FUKTONUIM! Scientists are mystified. They're baffled. They're puzzled. They're stumped. They're perplexed. They're bewildered. That's not science. What Kevin Blanch has done is science. I don't give a fuck if I get 23 views at this time. Because the contemporary sheep and the masses are going to do shit. They're going to do nothing. I've proven that. I've proven that when I had millions of views. They did nothing. I remember I had millions of views. Oh, we love you, Kevin. We love you. I'm walking the fucking coast of California nearly starving to death. For weeks and weeks, nobody showed up. Nobody. Because it's all a cliche. Monterey Bay is a cliche. The United States, California is a burned out theme park. Starfish are a museum piece. The Unnatural History Museum, you can stuff Kevin Blanch and put him in there. I said, wasn't he in there? His brain is. Oh, that's the Smithsonian. Tear down the statues. Change the names. All right. That's your answer. What's spewing out of this thing? Not one congressman. The entire 10-year Congress. See no nuclear energy evil. Hear no nuclear energy evil. Speak no nuclear energy evil. The 2000, I just remember this, the teabagger Congress that took over in 2010, which Barack Obama was a teabagger. It's unarguable. Last act, they held power from 2010 to 2018. Their last back. You can look it up. Kevin Blanch reported it because he's the only reporter left. They passed a law to shoot sea lions because they eat salmon. Think about that. We have footage of it, live footage of them doing it. It's got 642 views. You don't think they kettle? The nuclear energy, Obama, Trump, Biden, the trilogy. Dumb, Obama dumbest, Trump dumbest, Biden dumbest. Can they get dumber? The nuclear energy want-ABE Congress, 2011 to 2021, the great coincidence decade, who won't speak the word Fukushima. The want-ABE emperors have no fucking clothes. Something rotten in the new bed, Mark. Stay tuned.